So now we want to add our Greeble buildings onto this block. So we do that by staying in the same layer, going into the modifier list. We're going to do 3 Greebles. The first one will be to set the spacing. So first of all, we'll turn off the widgets. We'll set the minimum height to 0, max to 0, and then we'll play with the taper. So you can see this provides a bit of a gap between built form. So we'll leave it at around 15. So from here, we'll add a ground floor. So if we press select tops, and then in the modifier list, add a second Greeble function. So this will be on top of the first Greeble we've just done there. The parameters will change a little bit now. So we'll want a ground floor, which is a retail floor, typically between 4 to 6 meters in height. We want a 0 taper there. And we will turn the widgets off because we're going to add another layer on top again. So we do that by selecting top again. And now we'll go and do our third Greeble on top for the upper form. So we click the Greeble there. This time we want our upper form to be in the order of 60 to 100 meters high for a cityscape. So we'll just modify that. We'll leave the taper. Maybe if we just zoom in, we can see what the taper does. And if we change that, yeah, we get a little bit of movement. So we'll add some taper in, maybe around 5. In terms of the widgets, we do want those now. So you can see we just increase the height of them. Just zoom out here so you can see that's looking more along the lines of a cityscape. And we've now got our cityscape along the Yarra River corridor. So the last thing that we're going to do is to create the footpath. So we do that firstly by turning off the building layer so we can see what we're working with here. Just highlighting that, and we want to extrude this. There is an option of a sweep, but as you can see, because of the taper we've applied to the Greeble, there'll be some areas with no footpath and no buildings. So it's beneficial to do an extrude in this circumstance. So we do that by staying on the footpath layer in the modifier list, jumping down to extrude, and we want that to be around about 0.2 meters, which is a typical footpath height. So now you can see our cityscape as well as our footpath. The other thing we can do is just to increase the footpath distance, just to make it a bit more of a meaningful foreshore outcome. So we can set that at about 5. Now we have a nice foreshore to work with in our next video.